What's the rest of the quote, Jack? Can't see
What?
the full quote.
Oh, I think it's messed up.
Well, what's the full quote?
Yeah, I think the quote is incomplete, and it'll be complete in time of Mashiach. What do you think? Oh no, you guys can't hear?
Was no, the quote's a little choppy. Can't see the quote fully.
Yeah, no, I think it's cut off.
Yeah.
Okay, Chavra, wait 1 sec.
Yeah, you're a little choppy.
A little choppy.
Recording in progress.
All right, how do we do this?
Now there's two of you.
Do you guys hear me?
There's two of you.
Moshe, let's fire it up.
Waisha.
Okay.
There's two of you, Jack. Should we both jump off and jump on?
You know, I'm just gonna leave it. No. This is perfect. Just my Wi-Fi is a little weird, but on my phone it's so much better. All right, so you here?
Yep.
Oh no, Samson, you're in America? Wow, the hidden lights. Are you there for Chanukah? Okay. Baruch Hashem. Let's fire it up. The cover chat. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Beautiful. Okay, let me just disable the waiting room just in case. Amazing. Okay, amazing. He's coming back to the land tomorrow. We're good. We're safe. All right, so Chavra, Atfila b'shem kol Yisrael for Pesach Reuven ben Yosef Sarah Baruch Bas Yehudis Yobas Bas Shir Bas Bas Tova Bas Perel and every neshama on Klal Yisrael. Open up your great light to us, the light that has no end, and let us be merged in it in the manner of running and returning, especially during our prayers. Help us be truly attached and surrendered to you to the point that all independent ego will be erased and we will be completely separated from materialistic thoughts and desires. When Hashem wants to help, no obstacle can stand in his way. We may be coarsely materialistic as a result of our deep exile. Amid the lust of the body and its evil traits, we are bound to our body like a chained, tormented prisoner. In spite of all this, you are mighty and abundantly able to save. For you, nothing is impossible. Chaver, that is a tefillah shel Chanukah. Wow, that is unbelievable. Halacha l'maisa. The procedure for lighting the menorah according to our custom is as follows. On the first night, one lights the lamp that is on his right. On the second night, he adds a lamp towards his left to the left of the previous night's candle. And in this manner, he continues each night adding a candle towards his left. Each night, he lights the additional candle first, and then turns and continues with the one to his right. So opposite. It says here in the footnote, one should follow this procedure whether his menorah is located in the window or in the doorway. We spoke about the doorway, putting it on the left side, the right side is the mezuzah. You want to be surrounded by mitzvot. Additionally, he should position himself so the menorah is on his right, so that when he begins to light, he encounters that added candle first, avoiding the need to extend his hand past the candles that he will not light first. See Mishnah Brura or the previous Sif, which is 9, for an alternate method of lighting when the menorah is placed in the doorway. All right, so we'll have to look to. There we go. Okay, Kavra, forget about the quote up here, or maybe the little that we could read. It's backwards for me, so I can't really look at it, so quickly. Let's look to Ami's. Okay, amazing. Kavra, this is a very big one. Fletcher, don't know his last name, but Fletcher taught me this Torah tonight. Baruch Hashem, had a chavruta with him. And it goes like this, shining knowledge on page 68, 69. Sometimes you see a person who's keeping Shabbos, but their Shabbos is not such a high Shabbos. Then you meet someone who does, their idea of Shabbos is so exalted. Sometimes you meet someone who's mamash a yid. He's doing everything right, you could write his idea of what a Jew really is on one onion, and nothing would be left. Love the Lashon. I love the Lashon. And then sometimes you meet someone who doesn't do anything, but really gets it. Do you guys know any of those people? Mamash, it's unbelievable. Rav Shlomo says it's not his own fabrication. This is a Torah from Rav Kook. Rav Kook says that a frum person doesn't necessarily know what Yiddishkeit is all about. And someone who doesn't do anything is sometimes able to understand it very well. He doesn't do it, but because he knows it's so awesome. He doesn't do it because he knows it's so awesome. He doesn't do it because he knows it's so awesome. For the Shabbos he wants to keep, he doesn't have vessels yet. This is very, very important. This is something they wanted their whole life, but they were just afraid to actually be it. Right? I feel like Fletcher. Oh, that's a cool water bottle, Moshe. Fletcher was, Fletcher and I were talking about like maybe this is redefining what distance really is, right? Ami showing off his water bottle. Guys, I don't have a water bottle. I gotta get one. I gotta get the one that says like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. You're great. 8 a.m. Like, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it comes with the sticker too. Wow, Brita is unbelievable. Brita's unbelievable these days. Comes with Nachman stickers. So good. So Spencer and I were talking about maybe this redefining distance, both for ourselves, but also looking upon other people. Right? Like Moshe always tells us, like, every yid's the highest. We have to look at the Nakuda Tova in every single yid. No matter if he's putting on tefillin more or tefillin less. I love that. Shabbos more, Shabbos less. But we're in Brooklyn in Kute Maran 48. So this longing, Rav Shlomo is saying with the Shabbos, the yid who's not it says internet connection is unstable. Maybe you guys are hearing me, maybe you're not. But the yid who sees Shabbos in its awesomeness, its infinitude. I love that word. I don't know if it makes sense. Right, that distance is really like a deep thing for closeness. And Rav Nachman says in this piece that if you look on the next page in my Likutei Maran, I don't know what version you guys have, but it says Dasha Adam Sarich Lavor Al Gesher Tzar Ma'od Ma'ova Klava Igar Lo Yipached Klal in that same piece. Now we'll see what that means in a second. We'll use it. Now, Rosh Hashanah says, now along comes the light of Mashiach. And if you guys are not in this chat already, what's the source? It's the greatest source in the world. I just got another message from someone, right? You pretty much ask these Gaonim, what's the source of this? What's the source of that? So I asked, what is the Chanukah? Is the light of Mashiach? Like, where do we get that from? So someone just wrote B'nai Saskar Kislev. So I'll send you guys that source. But Rav Shimon answered me. He said the whole Sfat Emet piece I have to go through, half related, but he said Chanukah and the Or HaGanuz, which is the inside light, which is supposed to be re-revealed to the world in times of Mashiach. And this is later explained in Sfat Emet. And another holy friend, I'm not going to reveal his name, sent me a whole thing on the Sifsei Chaim on Chanukah. So like 17 images. Remember the oilam is on fire. I mean, look at stamps in the library. Look at stamps in the library. Look at Ami, the backgrounds, the foregrounds. Is that I see Biyadr Kecha in hand. Like there's just so much. Or Likutei Maran, or just his sefer. Probably more to sefer at this point, but you get some of the background. Just sleepy. I'm like, everyone's on fire. You got this. What's that screen? What's that guy over there? Got the double screen. Okay, anyways. So the light of Mashiach, that's Chanukah. So someone says, I don't ask for it. But on Chanukah, I'm not afraid. Lo lefache klal. I'm not afraid. I say to myself, why not? Maybe at that moment, God is opening up the gates for me. What do I know? So we'll just read this quick thing from Rosh Shlomo. I know it's getting a little too late. But on page 120 in Lamed Vav, open the gates. It's very important to quote. I haven't done this.
What page did you say?
120. Very important to quote. Very important to quote. Quote everything. Okay, so Lamed Vav, page 120, opening the gates. Rav Shlomo says at the end of the story, do you know how God opens the gates of heaven? So this is like pretty much an imagery for what we're actually reading in Rav Shlomo. So let's just close our eyes, let's open up our hearts, let's envision ourselves in this position. So do you know how God opens the gates of heaven? He never opens them wide all at once. Let's imagine the gate you need is bolted shut. Then God hears your prayers and he does just one thing. He turns the key in the lock. From the outside, the gate doesn't look any different. So if you're impatient, if you knock on the gate and it doesn't open immediately, then maybe you'll give up and walk away. Or perhaps you'll pace around a little, smoke a cigarette, and come back to the gate again 10 or 15 minutes later. Gate looks the same. You can't tell anything's changed. So you think your prayer hasn't been answered and you leave in despair. But if you stay there, if you mamash stay there by Chanukah, Chavra, if we stay there by Chanukah, if we stay there by the lights of Mashiach, leaning against the gate the whole time with your ear to the lock, you can mamash feel it when God turns the key. And then you know that the door is starting to open. So the gates of heaven should always be open to prayer, says Rav Shlomo. So what do we know, Chavra? The gates are wide open on Chanukah. And maybe for that one moment we can hear the lock opening. Hashtag why not? Our dreams, hashtag why not? Hashtag why not? Let's fulfill them. Let's bring them into action. Chavra, questions, comments, please feel free. We can open up the gates. So good. We can open up the gates. We can open up the gates. We all have a key. I was walking inside the apartment the other day with Jeremy, and it was locked, and he took the key out. He just opened the doors. I'm like, I feel like that's our prayers. We just gotta believe that a little bit more. It's like, Zrat Hashem. Okay, Chavra, let's fire it up. Let's fire it up. Look at that light. Look at that light. All right, Chavra, everyone be well, healthy. Samson, safe travels. iPhone, Ami, your background, your foreground. Fire it up, Chavra.